Whoa! What you got turned that on? I'm like, I hear this music. I'm like, what is going on? I'm hearing the intro again. Hi everybody.
Hi.
I know this was we didn't really broadcast this one too much. I realized I got my well, it's cold in here. It's cold in Connecticut. I don't know where you guys are, but it's cold here. I realize I'm donning my college sweatshirt. Here, I'll scooch over a little bit. There we go. Let's do a quick test.
Yes.
There you go. You're on. Sorry, so we haven't done a live stream. We skipped a month, so we were like, okay, we can click this, click that. But it's all good.
Yeah.
And whether we have people joining us today or not, that's no problem. We're just going to go through some content, and then hopefully, if people can watch us even afterwards, we got 3 things we want to talk about today, Shrock. Okay. Number 1 is we never got a chance to do our live stream last month. We're going to talk about the voting for NK, that, was she involved or others? I'll explain to that later. Mm-hmm. And then what else? We want to talk about the Halloween month, which is now October. Some of the things we have re-released and some things that are coming up. And just a little bit, we're going to be talking about this for 2 months, so we're probably going to drive people nuts, but we're not going to talk specifically, but we're going to mention what we're doing for next year.
2005.
Yeah. No.
2025. 2025.
I swear we don't drink. We don't, no alcohol at all. No. You're right. 2025. I wish I could rewind the tape.
Yeah. You wanted to
25. Sí.
20 million.
Correcto, o mundo. Okay. So,
let
me, what am I going to do here? Let's see. How do I want to do this? Let's see. Us in the display. Us. All right. Let's just do this one. All right.
Yeah.
So, on this episode, Guilty, You Decide. Oh, boy. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, we were working today late. We didn't get a chance to kind of prep here as much as we like to. But on this one, where we wanted to fill in the last remaining piece here, and I did update this, so any future episodes that we do, the votes came in. There was 24 votes, which is pretty good because we're a small channel. A lot of people don't check the community page, but we had 50%.
Wow.
Okay, so the question was this.
Right.
Let me go back to the question here. Sorry, guys. You guys know I use PowerPoint a lot. Who do you think is an accomplice? Okay, was it no one? It was just Chris Watts. A lot of people believe that. Was it Nicole Kessinger? Was it Nicole Kessinger and Jim, or a friend? Or someone else not yet identified? So nobody voted for number 4, which is fine. 25% voted for is just Chris. Nobody else did it. 25% voted for number 3, Nicole Kessinger and Jim and friend. I thought it was going to be a little bit closer.
Yeah.
But basically 50% was just Nicole Kessinger.
No, you said just Nicole Kessinger, 50%?
Yeah. So that won the day. Okay. So back to our crime board. Basically, I put in the picture, just Nicole Kessinger, and then put community vote on it.
Mm-hmm.
So going forward, when we talk about the episode, if it comes up again, we're going to point that out. The reason why I was surprised that other people didn't put in, either Jim or / number 3 there, was because in the books that came out with Dylan Tallman. And it kind of led to a little bit that he might, Nicole mentioned about getting some help. She only helped me with the order to kill, but there's something like later on, he mentions something along the lines. I'm trying to find it off the top of my head, but there's been other things too, where it's mentioned that she would go get some help, but maybe it was just her. I don't know. I'm kind of torn on that. And, for next year at some point, I know I beat the subject over and over with Survey 319. Our first one we did back in January, February of this year got a lot of attention because I think I was one of the first ones that, or we were one of the first ones that put it minute by minute from leaving the house to people showed up at Survey 319 and showed that like there was only about 39, 38 to, and then we redid it again because we gathered the data just from the court documents, try to make it more accurate, somewhere between 38 and 42 minutes, something like that.
Yeah.
But they're interrupted minutes. They're not even like, okay, I can focus.
Right, and a text here and there, you mentioned, yeah.
Yeah, so we need to, I want to do it one more time, get one more go around and really dig into specifics, like on average, how long, I mean, Chris said, oh, it took 20 or 30 minutes to dig a hole, but, you know, in that texture, that type of dirt, and for how deep and everything like that, how much would it really have taken? Remember, he wasn't even sweating, so he couldn't have been, bottom line is it leads to some type of help or pre-planning, which hasn't really come up too much recently. A lot of the focus has been on people helping, but
hello, Martha's joining us.
Hello, Martha. Hello. Hey, thank you for joining. I know we didn't really put this out there as much as we used to, given a much later. It's been really busy with both of us with just personal things going on, and we went out to a couple locations, and we've been trying really hard to get some episodes recorded so we have some time to get ready for next year, because next year we're doing just a format change. I mean, same true crime, same everything, but
true crime,
just we're introducing something new to our show. We spent this whole year experimenting, doing different things, and we need some time to to put everything together. So we've been busy, but we're going to Martha. We are going to New Orleans. What next month?
Yes,
1 month from
Thanksgiving.
now.
American Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and we're gonna go.
I just realized it was Thanksgiving in Canada yesterday, so now I have to not just say Thanksgiving, but I have to say in United States Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So definitely.
And we're gonna go there,
that's
and
the end of November.
We're going to a few places, and one of the places that we're going to go to is the Voodoo Museum, and we've both been down to New Orleans before separately, but we're going first together, and we're going to cover some voodoo crimes that involve voodoo, and we'll see what other kind of surprises we can get down there, because I like to talk to some people live about it, so hopefully get a couple interviews.
Yeah, that would be interesting, and that is exciting. We got a lot of exciting things coming up, so I'm always excited. We're getting better every time.
And it's interesting, too, because sometimes it's not like we're going to New Orleans for another reason, but we're like, hey, there's some mystique and different things about in the area dealing with true crime. Just like when we were thinking about for your birthday going, where can we go? You like historical stuff. And I said, you never been to Salem. And I swear to you.
Don't get an attachment.
What's that?
Martha was basically saying, don't get an attachment.
Oh, no. Yeah. No, I do not mess with any of that stuff.
No, you're not doing that.
We're not playing with it. We're not doing any of it. What we're trying to do is...
We like to do history, so we want to just educate people on things that's happening. So we're all about just informing you, educating you, and sometimes... So when you go, certain things. So when you go there, be like, oh, I know this happened here because I listened to it on Studio 70.
Yeah. You definitely don't want to play with that. That episode isn't out yet. We have an episode out this week. It's fact or fiction, because it's true crime-ish for, the month of October. And we're doing Annabelle's coming out on Thursday. And that one is kind of gray area. There was theoretically... When I say gray area, it was a little bit of a true crime because related to the doll's effect on people, and supposedly people who had the doll said that they were attacked by the doll. And there's some other things, but anyhow, in that episode, I talk about when I met Ed and Lorraine Warren. I met them a couple times. We went over the house once, and make a long story short, I don't believe in messing with any of that stuff. I know people go on and they do these paranormal shows, and I like to test the ghost patients and do this, that, and everything, and,
No,
and
that's not us.
get those boxes. No. The Warrens try to get rid of that stuff. And for me, we don't mess with that. But for educational purposes, we'll teach, what we know and try to get some people who have maybe had those experiences, hopefully. But but when we went to Salem, we picked that, and then afterwards, I'm like, hey, we're going to Salem. We should do something on the witch trial, like this historical, because the crime really wasn't the people. The crime was the people who falsely accused the people of Salem.
Exactly.
That was the real crime. So that had some mystique to it and historical stuff. But I'm sorry, I was just talking about, we're talking, today's, we didn't really have a specific agenda. We were last month we were supposed to talk about the episode with Nicole Kessinger and have people vote. What do you think after presenting? And then just as a quick summary, what we did is we presented, one thing is Behind Criminal Minds does a great job of talking about all the different inconsistencies that Nicole Kessinger made in her statements to police. Oh, you voted? Awesome. Well, hey,
so
Martha,
what did you, I want to know, I'm dying to know. So what did you voted, Martha? Like, is it?
There's about a 10-second delay, so we'll wait a second.
Oh, okay.
But as she's typing it in. So that was that when we presented the Criminal Minds part. Then between, obviously, the phone ping, and I present that information, and I presented the whole pattern of the way she drove to Frederick. What was that pattern look like? Obviously what's that?
Oh, no, that's fine.
Oh, when Chris was around, she went that way, and when he was around, she went the other way. I voted she was involved. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep, most people did too.
Yeah, but I know some didn't, right? Like, it was interesting.
Some people thought, that
he did it, that it was just Chris Watts.
Yeah, because I can't speak for those people who voted just for Chris Watts. I mean, obviously, they could be on the side of Chris. There's still a lot of people you'd be surprised that are in Chris's corner. But it could be that they think maybe he pre-planned everything and therefore didn't have help. And then, of course, there's a decent amount of people who feel that Nicole Kessinger's friends had help. I kind of lean towards the way Martha's leaning because I don't know if Nicole Kessinger really would trust somebody that much to keep that type of secret or get a hold of somebody that quickly. Mm-hmm. Again, this is all speculation, but looking at
speculation. But there's definitely some evidence there that, like you said, that we have proven this, the pings, right, and all of that. So some of the stuff is like some information is facts. Like when you got the phone records, that's definitely something that it's definitely happened. It's a fact.
You can base it on real data.
Yeah, so real data was definitely presented during this case because we like to do a deep dive and get the real data, and we got it from the affidavit. So a lot of this stuff is from the affidavit. So,
and there's more thing that like Zawoki and some other ones have done a great job digging up even more specific detail, and of course with Dylan's book. So we get into timeline, then we talk about what we just said about Survey 319. I go through that timeline for the second time. Again, it's just basically the amount of minutes. I mean, and I go through his appearance to his coworkers. Because the one thing is, for him to pull off everything he did, I know it's extremely warm, but you're still doing like lifting. I don't want to get too graphic, but you're doing lifting, you're doing pulling, you're doing digging, 20 to 30 minutes of digging. If you're digging 20 minutes, it's got to be pretty fast to dig that. And you're not sweaty? I believe she just met at the gym. Yeah.
I believe she just met at the gym before.
It could have been that
gave him
hints on how to get, And you're right. It could have been something planted, and then towards the end was just like, you know what? You said you're going to get, leave your family. You're down North Carolina. Why don't you just fix this thing?
Right.
She probably felt strung along.
But some of the
bit.
question is, why was she looking for a wedding dress if she knew that he was married? because she knew that was happening, and he would.
She probably just got frustrated because you're right. She probably knew, like, I'm thinking this is going to happen. Then maybe she tested him by saying, "Hey, why don't you go fix that thing?" Maybe that was a test to say, "Hey, listen, don't waste my time. Just if you're going to stick with her, fix it and be done with it." I don't know, something weird. But she probably said, "Listen, I'm not, like to your point."
Because she helped plan it.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd make more sense because if you look at the 111-minute phone call,
exactly, that's another fact.
Let's just say, for argument, Martha and others, that for whatever reason, let's just say she didn't plan it, just for ha-has. By the time Chris did the deed at whatever time in the morning, and by the way, supposedly got a hold of her. How? I guess there's, I don't know, the phone records, maybe a different phone that they don't have. It's kind of a weird thing. But anywho, somehow neither one. Yeah, I don't remember talking to you for 2 hours, Chirac. I don't remember talking. We talked about just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. That's what you do.
Because she could not say what they talked about. Of course not.
Of course. But basically, let's say 2, 3 o'clock, whatever it was in the morning, he would have had to get a hold of Nicole, and they, everything would have to go down in a short period. Yeah, they had 2 phones. And you never hear about this other phone, at least I have. I heard a little bit.
They had 2 phones.
Yeah, they had a work phone, regular phone, and who knows with their phones. Sometimes people who have an affair, they actually have one of those burner phones or one of those extra phones too. But besides that, so after he committed the crimes, there wasn't a lot of hours between then and when he left the house. Because let me go back. I apologize, guys. I'm doing this on the fly. When did he leave the house? I'm sorry. He left the house at 5:46 a.m., which means before that he would have to get everything into the car and truck and situated. So let's just go crazy and say 5 a.m.
All of that could have been pushed in last night.
And that was done through the cameras. Unfortunately, I don't have the camera times. That famous scenes of his camera outside and him getting all nervous when the police came. And there's a lot of that footage, and there's timestamps there, but there's not many hours. So I agree with you. There might have been something that was definitely discussed beforehand, because how would he just call last minute? Oh, she happens to be up. She happens to have her phone on or whatever, gets a hold of her, and supposedly, it doesn't make sense. That's a good insight. It doesn't make sense that, it's just winging it and, yeah, I'll help you. And then she goes by at 6:16 a.m. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, so she brought it in to transfer others one on it. She had it since 2016.
Yeah, it's just, and then here's the pictures of that. Oh, as you mentioned, I don't want to guess the type of, because every soil's a little different, in terms of.
It looks hard though, don't you think? It looks kind of.
It's going to take all of 20 minutes.
And I think one time you did mention that we was going to try to do something similar. Of course, the soil would be different, but just time ourselves.
Connecticut's hard, yeah, because here in New England, it goes from like wicked soft to wicked hard. So I don't know what is in Colorado.
Well, we can gauge it maybe by 5 minutes. Who knows?
I'd have to, not to be a geek, but I'd have to learn about the soil in that specific area.
Yeah.
And then from there. So then from there, it's so funny because I mentioned, Ways NK could end up in prison. That was another episode we do. And I think we both said, I know I definitely said, I think Chris would turn on NK. I said that a long time ago when we did that episode. And guess, through these books, he doesn't turn on her yet in a public sense, like out there, but he definitely, through the books or through Dylan, kind of starts turning.
I think it's definitely going to be hard to turn on NK. NK got away scot-free.
I don't know. Maybe I'm one of these ones. I'll ask you this, and I'll ask everybody else. Okay, I still think it's a matter of time, because in his mind, I think Chris is trying to build things up, and I think he's going to get sick of being in jail. Maybe next year or whatever, when he gets to a certain anniversary, he's going to say, I had enough of this. I think his last card, he might play something like that. and throw her under the bus.
He can try, and I'm not saying he will not get sick in jail and maybe say something, but she's innocent until she's proven guilty. And it's hard to prove her guilty at this point because
Oops.
one of the questions is going to be, why did you change your statement? Why did you wait it so long? So all these questions is going to be thrown at him, and then they're going to say, where's the evidence? If he happens to just say, okay, if he was smart enough, which I don't even think he's this smart, if he would have like record some of this and like threw it somewhere, like maybe his mom's house, or have it somewhere and be like, you know what, I have evidence. I have this on tape, and maybe have it in the cloud somewhere, locked in the cloud.
Yeah.
So, because the technology is there, so maybe if the cloud, happened, he can just have it, but he definitely needs substantial evidence at this point.
This was mentioned in one of the investigation stuff. I don't know if it's really true because I only heard it once, but basically I heard that the phones that they collected, I don't know if they're still in evidence, that they didn't get help from the federal government to...
They could still finish examining her phone.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. You're reading my mind. That basically they didn't... Only the city or the town level went through the phone. There's other FBI tools that go deeper. And I know some people out in Philly who does this type of forensic work. It's a long story. I won't geek anybody out. But yes, they can go actually deeper and probably recover more things. Chris could theoretically lead the investigators into more. But to your point, why would they listen to him, etc.? But I have it up on the screen. It's interesting what he says, though, through Dylan. And,
yeah,
he says, I told her that my wife's body was still in the house. She held me tight and told me not to worry. She held, like, if this is the morning of the murders, I mean, she held me, she held me, which means he has to be in her presence.
Exactly.
And told me not to worry. I told her my wife's body's still in the house. All right, I'm very analytical, so let's break this 2 sentences down. Mm-hmm. That sounds to me like she's at the house, and he's saying, hey, my wife's body's still in the house, and she held me tight. That must mean she's at the house.
Yeah, I agree with that. If that's what it says there, that's...
She said she would send somebody to get in and bring it to work, like nothing happened. She held me and told me that it would just be let's see, do I have the rest of it?
She said, Dylan's story could be true.
She kissed me and made me feel like I couldn't lose her. Blah, 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 blah. So she would send someone to get it and bring it to work. Obviously, that didn't happen. I'm assuming she means the body. But they must have changed that. Jim. Yeah, exactly. And here's interesting.
Did
she
they confiscated
said that.
Jim's phone too?
No, I don't think they did anything with Jim. I read the court documentation. There was nothing with Jim. Leave Jim alone. The famous line. She held me tight. She said she would. Okay. Now again, this is what I do for a living. I do data analytics. So I'm sorry if I pick apart every little word. And again, this is if Dylan recorded it word for word. Let's just assume he did. She said she would send somebody to get it and bring it to work, like nothing happened. So either somebody would have to show up like a Jim to the house, get the body and bring it to Survey 319, maybe to give a head start so Chris could start digging the hole, and maybe somebody like a Jim or somebody brought but again, it would have to be, you can't just call somebody. I mean, maybe you get a hold of somebody in the middle of the night. Hey, get your clothes, come on over. I need your help to bring a deceased body. They left him alone. Yeah, they did.
That's strange.
I don't know. I'm wondering if that was an idea, but didn't go with the idea. But who knows? Because you don't really see him carrying the body out unless they went out the back. That was a whole other story. That was the episode we did. It's very confusing. I mean, is it possible that he, to get, I mean, this is like 2-3 o'clock in the morning to get somebody like that quickly out there, I don't know, Shrock. I
Well,
don't know.
if this was planned, they probably was aware and they probably was waiting for the phone call. You got to think of it in that
Oh,
way.
yes, the
Because
100
it's
minute,
not, it's
like
not,
she was, like Martha
yeah,
saying,
it's not like
planned. It
you're
was
gonna call
planned.
somebody. Nobody's gonna call me in the middle of the night unless
Unless
they
you're
say
ready or
unless you're
something.
ready and say okay, you would get a call, and give somebody a time frame, and they are expecting to be ready
Yeah.
when you call. So that is something that's definitely possible that could have happened. And like she said, Martha's like they left Jim alone. One thing we find out also, like there's only a certain amount of resources for this. Like you said, it was only on the state level. They didn't really go above and beyond because
No.
of resources.
Money.
They was like, okay, we're going to just
Yeah.
close this. As long as we have one person in jail, we are satisfied.
Exactly. All right.
You could have
So,
put the big wagon and wheeled her out.
yeah, yeah, especially in the back area, they could have done that. I mean, if you have two people, it could have definitely helped because I think it's hard carrying.
Yeah, how much did she weigh? Plus, she was pregnant too.
Yeah, I mean, plus two, if it's not, if it's, I don't want to say the word, let's say weight that's, not helping you, you gotta just pick it off the floor. Somebody immobile, it's going to be very, very difficult.
Yeah.
So I want to switch gears really quickly. Let me see if I can bring it up.
But thanks, Martha, for all your help because we forgot the girl wagon
I love
140.
that.
145 pounds.
Yeah, that's about right. That is about right. I think somebody quoted around that amount. Okay, here comes her
Nice.
cat.
Martha knows it all.
Oh, brother. Is she going to... Oh, no, she went... Oh, our cat is going around. We have a black cat named Boo. To be very creative. Okay, where is... I'm sorry, guys. Okay,
What are you looking for now?
I'm looking for... I want to show the next upcoming episodes this week and next week. I'm looking for the thumbnails. I want to bring them up.
It's 145 pounds.
What?
Wow.
Oh, here we go.
Picking up someone.
I just want to talk about what's up and
And she
coming.
says been following since
Here it is. Got this
porch
one.
interview.
This one.
Nice.
All right. Let me... Oh, my goodness. What's taking so long? All right. Here we go. Sorry. Use this in my computer. All right. This should show up. So this is what's coming out Thursday. This is about the Annabelle.
Yeah, October
Again,
was
October's
more dedicated for spooky horror.
And this is more like if you believe in more of like the spiritual stuff, you would say this was partly a crime. When I went to Ed Lorraine's Warren house, I think it was in Seymour they were living at the time.
What would be the crime on this again, you said?
That the doll they scratched and attacked a person. Also, too, I don't want to give it away because you got to watch the episode. But there's another situation where somebody got really injured by antagonizing the doll, supposedly. Again, these are, what do they call it? Spiritual attacks, kind of. But when I went over their house, in the movies, it says like, and they probably did at one time, like had part of their house, like you walk through a door, like in a garage or somewhere, had this museum. When I was there, it was actually like a shed or something in the back. We met outside, and in the back was all this. I didn't see the real one, but I was near it. But that's the one that's coming out this week. And then the week after, okay, where is it? Is Amityville Horror.
Amityville Horror.
Okay, fact and fiction on that one. And that one is a real interesting one because that definitely is a real true crime and how it plays into some facts and some mythology in terms of that particular case.
Interesting story.
Yep. And then after that, I think it's
Is that the end of the Octobers?
what's that?
That's the last one for October.
Nope,
right?
there's one more, and I think it's on Halloween.
Oh yeah, the 30th.
Yeah, it's on Halloween. And that's going to talk about crimes that actually happened on Halloween.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So that one's a perfect one for Halloween. And then, November. Oh, that's the one we got to do for next year too. I have to write that down. The voodoo crime one. That's one we're gonna do for January.
Oh yeah.
When we go to New Orleans, we have to write that one down. So and then let's parlay that into what's going on in November. November, we have, I forget, we did a case. So we're gonna cover Wade Wilson. I know that's really popular right now. Oh, here's my cat. Come here. I thought she was gonna jump on me. I guess not. A lot of people talk about that one in relationship to Chris Watts because people find, even with all the tattoos and everything, find him attractive, feel bad for him. Okay, here's my cat. There we go. She always likes to be around when we're recording. But
she just always like to be around, not regardless of recording or not.
She is the best cat ever. I'll never get another cat. She doesn't meow. Well, how many months has she's not meowed? Maybe 3 or 4.
I think when you stepped on her tail,
stepped on her tail on accident like a couple months ago.
She meowed then.
She doesn't like
only
to talk.
when she received pain.
She's happy. She's a
injured.
very happy, contented cat, and won't ever meow. She's the sweetest. Anyhow. So, yeah, we're going to do, Wade Wilson because it's similar to Chris. A lot of women go gaga over him.
Yeah.
Thanks, Martha.
Thanks.
And we're Mendez brothers. We got a couple of What Side Do You See?
Yes.
And there's one Morphew case. He's pretty disturbing, especially when he has that smirk.
Yeah.
And of course, all
Martha, where are you from? Where are you? Are you in the States? Are you?
Yeah, well, she's typing next again. There's a little bit of delay. But what else are we doing?
Yeah, but Wayne Wilson.
We have a Barry Morphew. We have one that we recorded like. We keep pushing that one out. We recorded it like 3 months ago. Indiana. Oh, cool.
Oh, Indiana.
Nice.
So what time is it over there in Indiana? I love knowing about other.
Was it an hour behind?
Indiana.
Yeah. I wonder what the. Hey Siri, what's the temperature in Indiana right now?
In Indianapolis, Indiana, it's 47 degrees.
47.
47 degrees.
What is it here? Because I think it's pretty close to what we have. Yeah, it's 45 here.
8 a.m.
8 p.m. Okay, same time zone.
8 p.m. Okay,
you're in the same time zone.
Oh,
Cool.
Same time zone. Okay, nice.
Excellent. We're not keeping you up, or it's not dinner time, so that's good. Oh yeah, so Barry Morphew, like I'm still waiting on. They got I don't know if you're familiar with the Barry Morphew case, but they found his wife's remains and had tranquilizer.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, he's the only one probably in that huge mile radius that has that tranquilizer.
He's another one.
He really should be going back to jail, but
she's at work. Wow.
Oh, at work. Oh, cool. Thank you for putting this on.
We at work too.
Yeah, and so we did that one a long time ago, but that one really irks me. We'll probably eventually do another Jennifer Douglas. We're in Connecticut. There's one that we're going to be doing next year at some point. I used to live in Colchester, Connecticut for about 18 years.
Wow.
And there is a guy, I didn't know him personally, but I seen him and probably said hi to him, but I didn't know him. But anyhow, he had there's a case that was covered a lot not too long ago, maybe a year ago, where he went down to Florida and he just murdered his entire family, including the pets in there. It was just awful.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting one because that happened.
I've said hi to him. I probably maybe chat a little. I didn't know him very well at all. Like just only.
Are we going to be near the site where his house is or something? Or?
No. Because it took place down in Florida, but it is a really disturbing case. Really sad, really unfortunate. And
okay,
yeah, that's gonna be one we're gonna cover. Sadly, we got some other. I don't know. Also, too, we're trying to get from people what kind of style they like because we're thinking, here's one. See, when people join, I like to give them and people watch this. I want to give them little hints as to what we're doing.
Yeah.
Another one, we just did the Salem witch trial because we're in Salem, Massachusetts, but a lot of people don't know where the first witch trial in America really happened.
Exactly.
And it happened only...
Don't tell them.
I'll give a hint. They not got to remember where we're from. It happened 20 minutes from where we live. That's all I'll say. That's gonna be a good one because
Okay.
it's crimes, it's historical, it's unbelievable.
It is.
I want to use. I've been teasing Shirok lately because she uses this word all the time when she starts showing.
Blow your
It's gonna
mind.
blow your mind.
It's gonna blow your mind.
Oh my goodness. But anyhow,
So let's talk a little about 2025 before we get off the air too.
Sure.
Because when we do this, we don't want people to think, oh, what happened to Studio 70? We are still
Oh,
here, but we actually, yeah. So you
so
want
one quick thing, and then you talk. Sorry. So we did mention a while back that for November, December, actually starting now, actually for the holidays, we're just doing one episode a
on
week.
Thursdays.
Because of everything we have going on. But also in 2025, we're going to do the same thing because we're going to be putting a lot more production and quality. Well, when I say quality, we try to do quality obviously all the time, but
Right.
we're going to try to step it up and do a lot thorough investigations and stuff. So it's going to take more time. It's going to be more produced. So
A lot of
with our
reading.
time, because we do this in addition to some other jobs. So, we're going to do once a week on Thursdays then, but go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just saying because you're the one that's going to take the floor on this one. But we actually going to be doing something kind of totally different. So we
This is
don't
a
want
different
you
format.
different format, but we actually going to be having some additional people join the team. Let's say that, and it's
It's good.
and it will blow your mind. How about that?
It's gonna deal with using artificial intelligence
Right.
into our gathering of information.
Right.
I mean, I'm in the IT field. We're gonna do that, but we're gonna do it in a way that's informative, entertaining,
Yeah, a little
and
bit entertaining.
we're
yeah.
gonna standardize the format. When you say format, just how we start, how we deliver, how we end. We're consistent. This first year we were just having fun. And we enjoy doing this. We would do this. We'd do
Yeah.
it even
Love
if
it. If nobody was
actually technically you've seen some of my old videos. I don't want to say how old I am, but let's just say last century. Well, in last century, I did videos sort of like, not so much true crime, but I did like amateur episodes and videos way, 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 way back then when you had VHS tapes. So, well, I'll add you to Thursday watch lineup. Oh,
Oh,
cool!
thank you.
That'd be awesome.
And
Trust
tell
me.
us what you think, Martha. Really, I want
Yeah.
your honest opinion.
Go ahead, keep going.
I want your honest opinion of the new shows and what do you think of it?
Yeah, I think you're gonna really like them. Of course, I'm biased, but on December 19th, I know that's a while from now,
What's happening?
because I'm still working on that episode now.
Oh yeah.
That is going to be okay. So the last two episodes of the year are the 19th and the 26th. The 19th will give you a sneak peek. We're actually gonna pretty much show you what we're doing or what's involved.
Right.
So if you want to know what's going on for 2025, December 19th episode, mark it on your calendar. And then the 26th is going to be kind of fun because basically what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the first
way back.
episode of our show, which was January 2nd. It's so
Gotta
funny
go
watching
way.
us. It's so bad. And then, kind of go through, just having some fun. It's like New
Look
Year's.
at me now.
Look at the year.
Look at
and-
me now.
yeah, but 19th, which is my mom's birthday, definitely check out the episode. That'll give you all you want to
My
know for next
stepdad's
year.
birthday too.
Yeah, that's cool.
Owens.
But these next couple months of episodes, we just pretty much finished off. We're really just, it's going to take us a while because we've got a lot of stuff going on for next year, but it's going to be awesome. And,
You could type
What
to her,
else?
say thank you.
oh, yeah.
You
yeah,
haven't
yeah.
been really
Oh, yeah, be honest with us.
say thanks. You haven't really been. That's why I've been trying to tell you to just wait a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, can you do? Let's see. Can we do? I'm so out of practice with this live stream. Here we go. Yeah. Did that work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, I'm so excited. It's a lot of good stuff.
yeah.
this is even
You're
more
working
fun.
hard.
Yeah. I forgot about the New Orleans thing. We're gonna do that for January too.
Right.
Oh my god, we got so much stuff. This is all cool. I love doing it. We learn too. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we kind of know, but sometimes when you dig into a subject, you know a little bit more. And we'll try to do some more Chris Watts, Wade Wilson. You
Yeah.
know, we wanted to always be I know there's a lot of there's so many channels that are just devoted for one case, and they're awesome because I watch them. Like I watch Zawoki and Christine Randall and all these other people. Some are more focused on one case than another, and I watch them too. But instead of being another one, we want to be unique, and I think
exactly,
this one's good.
and that's where I want to polish off at, because we are number one in this field when it comes to the true crime, because we are working hard, because we look at some people, we like analyzing them, like we could be better than that, we could be better than that,
we're gonna
and we
step
are
it up,
very
though.
critique with others, but we see a lot of their hiccups. But we're going to have ours too, but definitely we are definitely going to be learning.
Yeah.
And you'll see when we come
We're
out
stepping
on
it
the
up for
19th
next
of
year.
December. Yeah.
That's why we're working hard. We want to deliver a really better product in 2025. We've always been transparent this year that we're trying to learn and try different things. And, just like this month, we ask it through all our episodes we've recorded. We say, hey, do you like this type of where it's true crime, but it's a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? Suspenseful, spooky, and that little. I think we're gonna wind up doing it all, but it's gonna be we'll still hit some of the mainstream ones,
right,
as well.
But everything we still gonna come at you is definitely from the heart. We're going to always try to educate you. That's one of our goals, because we both like to learn. I like to learn about these cases so I can educate you on what I know. And everybody's not perfect, so I might say something that's not accurate, but guess what? Where I'm getting the information from is where
we're not going to just do videos. We're going to do videos and topics that are like, yeah, this is awesome. There's but and I love watching other shows and supporting other shows. There's so many good ones out there.
Yeah,
we just want to be our own unique brand, and I think I'm just so excited. We are. I wish I could start tomorrow. The episodes that we were.
Do you have one ready for tomorrow?
No, I'm still
okay.
You see me before we got on. She's like, "What are you doing?" I was showing her what. This is for the 19th. I was showing her what I was doing.
Yeah, it's
gonna take a while, but you'll see it. You'll see it. All right. Okay. Well, thank you, Martha. Thank you. I see other people join off and on here too. So I appreciate it.
Thank you for watching. We appreciate you.
Thank you for watching, and stay tuned. We love you guys. We'll see you next time. Be safe for Halloween and everything coming up. But we'll have another live stream not too long down the road, right after Halloween. We'll do it early next month.
Yeah.
All right.
Studio 70.